John Pirillo again. Again, why I write. And I'm covering a lot of stuff that normally I don't talk about with my readers. So you're very fortunate in many ways to see how I think, what goes on inside this semi-bald pate, and beneath all these hairs. Sadly, religion is just like politics. I know some of you are saying, well, religion's not like politics. Yeah, it is. The only thing they can agree on is that their truth is the only truth. I have a friend, he's very much into Vedic studies and stuff, so everything that has guru attached to it pretty much is the truth. I have another friend that believes Jesus has saved them. And of course, anything that doesn't have to do with Jesus is not the truth. And you're not saved and you're going to go to hell. And I remember as a child, I used to go to the church with my parents. My father was a Catholic. And I'd sit there and I'd listen to this priest on his mount up there high above everybody in this big, expensive building talk about how if you did this and you did that, you go to hell. And I'm going, my God, if God is the Father of all life, why in the world would he want to send us to some place where we would suffer forever? A good father and a good mother want to teach their children. They want to make them better, to improve them. So I couldn't buy into that. And then you got another way of thinking where you meditate. And you meditate until there's nothing left. You're just blah, you're gone. And then there's another form of meditation where you become one with God. And everything that God thinks, you think like too. You want to be like a part of him in a way that you reflect everything that God thinks and does. I like that one. That makes more sense to me, that God would want to share with you as opposed to forcing you to do this or punishing you for doing that. But see, that's what I believe and what I think. And religion is like politics in that way. People kill each other over religion. Islams, Jews, this fighting back and forth across the world. And it usually has to do with either money, power, or religion. Politics, money, and religion. Money, politics, and religion. And good books will deal with these subjects. Maybe not as blatantly as I'm discussing it right now. Probably not. Not if they want to live. Like poor Salman Rushdie, this guy stabs him just because he disagrees with the religious system that he stands for. That's pretty extreme. And there is a lot of extremism in the world today, a tremendous amount. Our world is infinitely more complex than it was 50 years ago. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that there's social media, television, movies, books. There we go again, books. Books can be a way of bringing down an entire civilization, an entire way of life, by exposing the truth.